What's the dumbest thing you've ever seen a criminal do? Because I'm pretty sure the guy who broke into my house while my pit bull was home takes the cake. For years, I begged my parents to let me have a dog. Every birthday, every Christmas, same wish. But they always said no. Too much work, they'd say. So the moment I bought my own house, the first thing I did wasn't paint the walls or buy furniture. It was drive straight to the shelter and adopt a pit bull. She was 10 months old, pure muscle, and had this goofy grin that melted my heart. I named her Roxy. I thought owning a dog would be easy. Walks, cuddles, fetch in the backyard. But a month later, I was ready to pull my hair out. She chewed through 2 couches, a chair, and somehow managed to eat half a door frame. Still, I couldn't stay mad at her. She'd look up at me with those eyes, and I'd forgive everything. One morning, I had to grab the mail from the box outside. It was only supposed to take a minute. My kids were inside watching cartoons, and Roxy was locked safely in her crate. So I figured, what could go wrong? When I came back, the front door was wide open. My stomach dropped. For a second, I thought maybe one of the kids had opened it. But when I looked closer, the lock was broken. Someone had forced their way in. And then, before I could even move, Roxy came barreling out of the house, growling, ears back, covered in dust. That's when I knew something was horribly wrong. I didn't even stop to look around. I sprinted straight to my kids' room and found the door locked from the outside. My hands were shaking as I grabbed a screwdriver from the hall table and forced the door open. My kids were crying, but safe. I called 911 immediately, my voice barely holding steady as I told them someone had broken into my house. It felt like forever before the cops showed up. When they did, they confirmed it, a break-in. The thief must have panicked when he realized my kids were home. He locked them in the room and tried to grab whatever he could. Jewelry, electronics, cash. I would have been out thousands of dollars. But here's the crazy part. Roxy wasn't in her crate when they arrived. The latch was bent like someone had tried to force it open. Somehow, she'd broken out and chased the guy out the same window he came in through. There were muddy footprints leading from the living room window straight across the yard, and a few drops of blood. The police left to check the area, and a few hours later, I got the call. They found the guy at the emergency room. He'd shown up with bite marks all over his arms and legs, claiming he'd been attacked by a wild animal. Turns out that wild animal was my 10-month-old pit bull who'd gone from furniture destroyer to full-blown hero in one morning. The police said it was one of the easiest arrests they'd ever made. The guy basically turned himself in, wrapped in bandages, and smelling like dog shampoo. Roxy became the neighborhood legend after that. The same dog I almost gave up on ended up saving my kids' lives and catching the dumbest criminal I've ever heard of.